The plan to replace them, cut them down and replace them with a row of 4-inch saplings, makes no sense. It's an insult to the trees.
A tug of war between Western and Southern, a company trying to tear down 50-year-old trees at Lytle Park, and residents who are fighting to keep them right where they are. All of this as the downtown park undergoes major renovations, heavily funded by that company. 9 on your side's Palacero explains why a resident decided to speak out and fight the decision to take down the trees.
Well, these are the trees in question. The 4 of them in Lytle Park now have signs like this one hugging them. Well, the company Western and Southern has agreed to fund $1.6 million of the park renovations, but it requires these trees to be torn down, replaced by a row of trees consistent in height and appearance. And that's why Kathy Brinkman is now taking her fight to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Honk to save these trees. Those were the signs residents held as they fought to keep them planted in place. Kathy Brinkman standing in the middle.
I'm going to stay here and I'm going to fight as long as I can to keep the trees.
She's taking her fight to the City of Cincinnati Zoning Board of Appeals, arguing that these 50-year-old London plane trees help with the quality of air and also that the trees are in a historic district where the guidelines say to not cut down mature, healthy trees.
Makes no sense. It's an insult to the trees.
She says that's the plan Western and Southern Financial Group has in mind. The company has put $1.6 million into Lytle Park renovations, part of which requires the removal of these trees so that a row of consistent new trees are planted instead.
We have watched them grow from babies to adults, and they're not even adults yet. They're probably teenagers.
Back in December 2018, Mario San Marco, vice president of Western and Southern, said to Cincinnati Park staff members that the group would not have funded the majority of the project cost if they had, quote, any inkling that you would ask to change the plans at this late date, adding that the proposed plan with the removal of the trees was reviewed by the park board before the memorandum of understanding was executed.
Well, it does make me angry, because there's nothing that's aesthetic or uniform of trees that will take at least 50 years to get to the size that we have now.
9 on your side reached out to Western and Southern for an interview. When that was not possible, it provided us this statement saying that it, quote, supports the plan for which the park board sought and received approval from the Historic Conservation Board. Cincinnati Parks also provided a statement saying it is, quote, happy to go through the appropriate process and previously received approval from the Historic Conservation Board. I did reach back out to the Cincinnati Parks Board days ago asking them for a specific comment regarding these trees. I've yet to hear back from them, but meanwhile, the Zoning Board of Appeals will hear from Brinkman this Friday morning. Palacero, 9 on your side.